What's up, MFFLs? Harrison Graham back here with Dallas Mavericks Today. I was out in Phoenix for the Super Bowl last week, but I'm back in the saddle, so you guys will be seeing me on more episodes moving forward. The Mavericks have made a move while it's not finalized because he has to officially hit waivers, but Justin Holiday is going to get bought out by the Houston Rockets, and the Mavericks are going to sign him. This coming in from Brian Windhorst of ESPN. He says Justin Holiday has agreed to a buyout arrangement with the Rockets and plans to sign with the Dallas Mavericks when he clears waivers, sources told ESPN. Not a big name, but I think certainly a solid addition. Nico Harrison kind of made it clear the other night that they feel good about their ball handling duties with Luka, Kyrie, the emergence of Josh Green in that role, then also Jaden Hardy being able to provide some minutes. And he did say that if they were going to add, it was going to be more wing depth, especially defensively, and that's something that Justin Holiday can provide. Now, again, this is not a guy that's going to have sexy box scores night in and night out, but he's a good defender, can guard, 1 through 3s, occasionally can switch on a 4, and, decent enough three-point shooter, right? Like if it's a wide open catch and shoot, he's going to shoot at a decent rate. I think this is a guy that could give you, 8 to 15 minutes per game, depending on the night and how the flow of the rotation goes. And obviously, with how things sit right now, you look at that wing position, you've got Reggie Bullock, Josh Green. Then that's, Tim Hardaway, and that's kind of it, right? You add Holiday to the mix, he's kind of that fourth wing for you, and that's certainly some minutes you need to fill. With losing Dorian Finney-Smith, you needed somebody that could come in and not replace Dodo, but can eat up some of those minutes because, Frank Ntilikina hasn't been able to give you much this year. I think Justin Holiday is a bit of an update. It's certainly a shame that Ntilikina can't play because I actually thought he gave this team decent minutes down the stretch and in the playoffs last year, but he's just so bad offensively that Justin Holiday is at least decent enough of a shooter that he can plug and play. But, again, I think he's an upgrade from Ntilikina, and I think that's kind of what you were looking at. Now, you look at the buyout kind of market, what it was looking at. Reggie Jackson, Terrence Ross, a couple of guys they were linked to. Sounds like Phoenix really just made a full-court press push for him and were able to get him. Now you land Justin Holiday. Ross would have certainly been a better offensive piece, but Holiday's a better defensive piece. So we'll see how it works out moving forward here, but they had a roster spot to fill, and Justin Holiday appears to be the guy to fill it. Grade the signing, A, B, C, D, or F. I assume it'll just be for the vet minimum for the rest of the season. It's a solid B. I would have preferred a guy like Ross, and, I love Reggie Jackson. He's a proven playoff performer. But for what you needed, I think it's a pretty good addition. This will be the pinned comment on today's video. So grade the signing, A, B, C, D, or F, and after this YouTube ad break, we'll get to our next storyline. So from Justin Holiday to Kyrie Irving, Kyrie set to make his AAC, American Airlines Center, debut here in Dallas. 2-1 in his first 3 games on the road as Kyrie has really fitted really well early on here on the court. Obviously, the Mavericks will host Minnesota tonight at the American Airlines Center, 7:30 Central Time. Producer Coops going to go check out his debut, so we'll probably try to come back tomorrow with a little bit of a report and reaction to how he played in the debut. But obviously, the excitement's there, right? I mean, there's certainly going to be some controversy with this move, but he's fitting great so far. And even in the first game he and Luka played together that they lost in overtime in Sacramento, you could see how great this partnership could be. They could be unbelievable offensively. So excited to see how it goes tonight. Like I said, Coop will be there, and we'll probably have a little 2-man show tomorrow or the next day to kind of recap that and get some deeper thoughts. More on Kyrie and some other stuff in a moment. But if you want to get some Luka City Edition jerseys, I think they're rocking the cities tonight. They are. Producer Coop just told me. Chatsports.com/LukaCity. As soon as Kyrie jerseys are in stock with our partner Fanatics, we will promote those for you guys as well if you want to get a Kyrie jersey. But get the Luka ones, chatsports.com/LukaCity. That link in the description and in the comments of today's video. Go represent the new City Edition jerseys today. Now, in 3 games, like I said, Kyrie's just been plug and play fantastic, right? 25.7 points per game, dishing out over 7 assists per game, 48% from the field, over 42% from 3. I think in today's NBA, when you can have multiple star players that can carry the rock and be the guy running the offense, that's so valuable. I think that's why the Mavericks started Spencer Dinwiddie next to Luka because they like having that second point guard next to Luka, and that is what Kyrie can absolutely be. And once they figure each other out, once Luka kind of gets a little bit more comfortable playing off ball from time to time, because Kyrie's done that at times throughout his career. Played with LeBron, played with Harden, played with Kevin Durant, so he's comfortable playing off ball. Luka's never really done that outside of his rookie year, so that'll certainly be an adjustment for him. Not that Kyrie will be the primary ball handler, that'll still be Luka, but obviously you want to mix and match and not overutilize Luka. I think that's what makes this move so big for Dallas is his usage rate, Doncic's, was just off the charts too high. You had to lower that down if you want him to not only last through this season in a playoff run, but for years to come. You can't expect him to just carry the load that much. And I think Kyrie coming here is going to be able to help that out. Obviously, he's a free agent after this year, so we'll see if he remains in Dallas, but we'll worry about that down the road. Here's what Kyrie had to say in terms of what he expects tonight from the Mavericks crowd. Loud cheers, a lot of love. The loud cheers really mean a lot to me and the support, so I'm excited to bring my game to Dallas and excite those fans. I don't think they've ever seen anybody like me before, so I'm excited. This is it's just classic Kyrie. Like, they had Dirk for 20 years, and they've had Luka for, 4 or 5 now. Don't act like you're just we've never seen someone like Kyrie before. Just ball, man. I'm not going to be shut up and dribble guy because I think people are allowed to have opinions and voice those out. But sometimes with Kyrie, it's like, hey man, like you're on a new team, like you don't need to overstep your bounds right now. Like this is still Luka Doncic's team right now. But look, I'm excited. I'm excited to see how it goes tonight and throughout the rest of the season. And again, in a wide open Western Conference, if Luka and Kyrie can start clicking, why can't this team win the West? Phoenix is going to be tough. We know that with Kevin Durant joining Devin Booker and those boys. But Golden State can't win on the road. The Lakers are a mess. Denver's good. Memphis is good, but they got to prove it in the playoffs. Like those are still young teams that haven't had tons of playoff success. They've had some. Memphis got to the second round last year. Denver's made the conference finals once in the bubble, but why not Dallas? This team made the conference finals last year, and they just added Kyrie Irving. So we will see what happens on that front. Grade Kyrie's first 3 games, scale of 1 to 100. It's got to be like a 90-95, right? I mean, he's been tremendous. He's been really, really good. He's fit in well. He was able to close out that Clippers game in his opener, which was very, very impressive. So scale of 1 to 100, go ahead and grade Kyrie's first 3 games in a Mavs uniform. MFFLs, we appreciate the support over the past week or so. Lots of audience on our recent episodes, so we appreciate you guys. Appreciate Will Scott and the other guys who filled in while I was out in Phoenix for the Super Bowl. So appreciate those guys and appreciate you guys for tuning in and watching those episodes. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We are your hub for Dallas Mavericks basketball here on YouTube. We will continue to bring you the latest news and rumors, some post-game reaction stuff, and some more coverage as we lead toward the playoffs. It's youtube.com/MavsTV. I'm Harrison Graham signing off here on Mavericks Today.